Hi, I'm Lisa Sarges, author of Diary of a Fat Girl, How I Lost 140 Pounds, Overcame Binge Eating Disorder, and Learned to Love Myself After Weight Loss Surgery. Let me tell you something, the loving myself part, very difficult. When you're the daughter of a mother who has narcissistic personality disorder and or borderline personality disorder, boy did I suffer. Taking the brunt of her behaviors all my life. And with her being about 4 years old emotionally, never being able to have her understand how her behaviors were hurting me and have her apologize in a meaningful way and change. I've had multiple weight loss surgeries in my life, beginning at age 23. The lap band, they call it nowadays, wasn't lap when I had it. It was full incision. I had complications with that, severe ones. And I upgraded, revised to a gastric bypass in 2006. I blogged every day for a year. Well, I blogged every day for 10 years, but this book is the first year. But I do flashbacks into my past because one does not develop a near lethal eating disorder without having something happen in one's home life. Let's see. What I'm reading you today is December 19th, 2006. I had the gastric bypass in August 2006. I was, of course, able to eat a lot less. I was, losing a lot of weight. It was my choice to decide to lose weight. I was not feeling comfortable at the weight I was. It was, in the 400s, close to 400 pounds. And I didn't feel good about that. And I didn't feel good about the way I was using food to self-medicate. It was causing me great physical distress. And so I sought the bypass. Good and bad on that. I'm not talking about that today. But the aftermath of my mother, who shamed me for being fat, but also enabled my disordered eating. We were always partners in binge eating. She was raised during the Great Depression. Her father used to lock the cabinets at night, so food is a source of comfort for her. It's a source of comfort for me. Anyway, December 19th, 2006. Excerpt from Diary of a Fat Girl. Mother complains. I was talking with my 83-year-old mother on the phone 2 days ago, and she sounded mopey. After a lifetime of interpreting her passive aggression, I knew something was wrong. And by wrong, I mean I must have done something to displease her. I asked her if everything was all right. I prodded, and she told me that she had lost interest in going out to eat and shopping with me. This is significant because I am the one with whom she goes out to eat and shops. I asked if it had anything to do with me. She answered that I only ever want to go to the local diner, whereas in the past we went to the all-you-can-eat buffets, and order the steamed vegetable platter. In the past, I ordered and ate God knows what, oversized portion of something. I added, she said that I whine and make faces at my food, and that it was too expensive for her to pay $25 or $30 for food that I didn't even eat or enjoy. As usual, I consoled her. I told her that I could probably find some nice non-fat options at our old all-you-can-eat buffet haunts, and that we didn't have to go to the diner anymore. She perked up, and we made a plan to go to a nice Pan-Asian place in Montclair this Friday. A nice restaurant, not a buffet, so that I could bring home the leftovers and she could feel like she got her money's worth. At the time, I didn't realize how awful I felt until after we talked. How could my mother, a woman who cares for me, actually complain about the very behavior that's saving my life? I'm disappointed. I'm angry with her. If I'm going to live with the level of integrity that I know will save me, I will have to tell her that I felt hurt. I don't relish the idea. She often cries when I express myself in a self-affirming, boundary-forming way. I'll have to do it with calm and compassion, which will be hard since I am angry and disappointed. I'll have to be the bigger person as usual and contain my emotions like I'm talking to an overly sensitive child. Yesterday I was out Christmas shopping. I got myself a nice haircut. I bought myself fancy hair care products. I was in self-nurture mode. I felt the need to eat. I don't say the word hungry since the feeling is not exactly like hunger. It's a low blood sugar, low energy kind of feeling. I took myself to the very diner where my mother and I had last eaten and where I had only eaten half my meal. I was alone at a booth. I ordered soup, tomato juice, coffee, and the steamed vegetable platter. I ate maybe a third of what I ordered. When I called the waitress over to ask for the check, I commented on all the food I left. She asked if I wanted to take it home. I told her no, even though I hated to waste food. She said it was okay, and that she understood because food only tastes good when it's fresh. I gave her a big tip. You know, we get nurturing in places other than from our mothers oftentimes. But my mother will claim she was very supportive about the whole getting the gastric bypass. Yeah, she did. She lends me money. She gives me money. Lends or gives me money. That's what she's always done. And this way, if I complain or mention or say, you know, when you said blank, I felt blank. Well, at least I supported you. I gave you thousands of dollars. See, sometimes that's all they can give. So that's what they give. Sometimes they'll give you money so they can guilt you for it and control you. I read this, if you get the audio version of this book, it's me reading it with no stumbles because my producer, dear friend of mine at Lazanton Studios in Pennsylvania, did a wonderful job. What do I do with the proceeds from this book? I get the medical care I need. You know, I have the lowest health insurance, and the deductibles are huge, and I also help to pay off my student loans. I'm an adjunct professor. I teach at university and a community college, but my book sales help me to stay healthy and to feed my cats inside and out, inside cats and outside cats, and to help me get the counseling I need to heal after a lifetime of very strange abuse. And I say strange because to an outsider who doesn't understand, they're like, well, your mother always supported you. Your mother always gave you money. Oh, you're just complaining over nothing. Why is that such a big deal? But you don't understand to be shamed and denied and made fun of, and the negative reinforcement and being used as a thing, and the gaslighting, and it's been hard to recover, but I am recovering. And I hope I can give you some insight so that you can find your best recovery. There is hope. Some people go no contact with their difficult mothers. Some people go low contact. Some people stick around and do boundary forming. Whatever path you choose, it's going to be work. You have to undo a lifetime of being programmed. We were programmed to believe we don't matter and we're not real selves, and we've been programmed to people please and anticipate the needs of these women, these parents who they're one way one day and one day another, and the shaming. Oh, the shaming. And many of us developed eating disorders. And I do find lots of people in the weight loss surgery community who report having these kind of difficult mothers. So I hope you enjoyed my excerpt. I'll be reading some in the future. I have another channel, and there's all the past videos I've made on Narcissistic Mothers, mine specifically. Just look up the last name, Sargese, S-A-R-G-E-S-E. I'm trying to keep this channel on the down low. There are flying monkeys and stalkers and naysayers that might want to find me, and I don't want them to, but it's a public channel, so please share it. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. And I hope we can heal for real together. Take care.